Welcome back, Greater PA family. I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the classes that I think truly has changed my life and changed a lot of lives. And I'll tell you why. It's called the KPA, the Keller Personality Assessment. And that assessment, everyone's familiar with the DISC, right? To me, this is so different because it really applies to the position, right, that you're actually applying for, and also it's your behavioral match in that role, and it's comparing you to people in that role, that successful people in that role, and then also this Keller Personality Assessment allows you to kind of see other roles inside our company if it's a match for you as well. And the old saying is, when you look at someone's behavior, after about 22, 23 years old, I mean, you are who you are, right? So at least it gives you some sort of intel on the individual that's in front of you today. We don't think about how that person is going to be 5 years from now. We can only look at the person as they are in front of you today. So the Keller Personality Assessment has a couple of functionalities to it. And once we get the assessment, it's called a job fit guide, right? And the job fit's for a hire. And we actually have a personal guide, which is for recruiting. And when you're talking about recruiting, your goal is to close a candidate not with Keller Williams, a real estate agent. And that's more of a quick snapshot. It's a faster assessment. It doesn't take as long for that person to take, and it gives you a snapshot of that individual that you're going to recruit. Okay. The job fit, which is the hiring process, is that assessment's a little bit longer. It takes about 50 minutes to an hour to take. And once you have that information, then you would go through a process called career visioning. If you kind of look behind me and around here on the wall, you see pieces of career visioning, and I'm pretty much passionate about it. So you kind of see I've hung up a lot of these Post-it notes. But the reason being is because when you conduct career visioning, there's a process to it. And the first part of it is the verification. So you verify the assessment they take, making sure that that's actually them, verifying different points of it, to go through some matches and mismatches throughout the assessment. And maybe they answered it wrong, they didn't understand it. So you as the consultant will go through it. And then if you're still a green light and you think this person is a match for you, you'll then go to thought process, which is 30 questions. And you don't skip any, you go through them, and it kind of gives you how they think, how they were in their previous roles, who they admire, where they will be in a year. If this didn't work out, what would happen, which are just incredible questions. And then if you're still go with this individual, the next part is life story, and it's kind of the professional biography chronologically right in front of you, and it kind of just goes over, pretty much after high school with work experience, anything that really was meaningful in their life, and it kind of spells it out for you chronologically. And at the end, I love you ask them, if this is your biography, what would you call it? And then they give you that name. So that's always a good part of it. And then the fourth part is called motivation, which it's like the vision. It's such an incredible exercise you do with an individual, and it shows really, you ask the question, in 5 years, if everything went awesome, what are you doing? And there's a couple priorities that stay the same: job and money, and all the rest could be different: family, faith, community. And then you really break down that person's vision, and it's such a powerful exercise. And then from there, we don't trust always, kind of maybe we made a mistake or we fell in love with this candidate, so we get a group of folks, and we're not in the room, and we get their feedback and suggestions or opinion on this individual candidate, so we're not clouded by the time we spent with them. And we're not in the room, and they'll have all the information prior, so they can review as well. And then you do reference checks, and we go 9 deep. So we make sure we thoroughly investigate this person we're about to get in business with. And then we do defense. And that's pretty much our last part of it, with a group of individuals we really trust, including us in the room, to make sure we didn't miss anything. And then from there, our thoughts are we're going to move forward and we're going to make the offer and get in business with this individual, hopefully. Again, there's so many parts of it, but career visioning is an incredible experience to get in business with the most talented people that are out there. Take advantage of it, Greater PA family, and use it, and schedule a class today. Thank you. Have a good one.